brighter than light. He'll give you strife. He's Todd. He's tall, he's mean. He's labeling machine. He's Todd. Rides a motorbike. He'll tell you what it's like. He's Todd. Don't know what he'll say. He'll scare the kids away. He's Todd. He's Todd.
Hey, good morning. So right off the bat, we've been having some technical difficulties. And so if I happen to drop off the air, then don't forget to hopefully catch us on the archive stuff. So anyway, hopefully it's raining like cats and dogs out here. And so I don't know what the hell's going on. So anyway, welcome to BS with Todd. We're slowly approaching our 1-year anniversary. So we've got something special planned for the 1-year anniversary episode. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be exciting. So this episode deals with caustics and chemicals and how tough our labels are. And so I pre-recorded a video. We're going to show that in a few minutes. But I pre-recorded a video the other day of me putting some really nasty stuff on there. And the outcome was actually surprising. I left it in my garage storage area for a couple of days and went back and got it yesterday. And I was a little bit nervous. And so anyway, you'll see what happens later. But again, thank you for joining. Thanks, Dan Cobb. I appreciate that intro. Hey, one of the things that we try and do is we got questions coming in all the time. And so I decided to print some of these out and go through them and answer some of these questions in no particular order. So the first one is, all right, have you always been the strikingly handsome, intelligent, and witty? Well, the answer is yes. Now, I want to thank Tracy in Virginia Beach for submitting this question, but yes, thank you very much. I saw an episode where your brother was a guest. Is he really your brother? Well, the answer is on paper only. And so my parents were offered a loaf of bread and a stick of butter to actually take him out of the facility. And so thus his nickname, Bread and Butter. So if you hear Bread and Butter, you'll understand the story behind that thing. Another question is, who's the older brother? All right. And it's very obvious. You know, Sam's the older brother. He's got me by 4 years, I believe. Next one, I watch a show primarily to listen to Dan's intro song. Is there a way that Dan, or when is he going to metalize that intro song? That I asked him to do a couple of weeks ago. And this comes from Gail in Wisconsin. So anyway, what happened to Jamie Brookover? Well, you know what? We ask that within our own internal team on a daily basis. And so stay tuned, actually. I'm going to have Jamie back on. He's always a funny guy. Well, at least he thinks he's a funny guy. So it's always good to boost his ego when I have him on the show. So stay tuned for a little more of Jamie Brookover, if you will. All right. Is the Heron statue still available? The answer is no. My good friend from up north, all right, Ian, got dibs on the statue. But, all right, as I told you last episode, we're starting our giveaways, all right? And the first one was that beautiful heron statue that went up to Ian. And so anyway, what I want to show you this week's giveaway, look at this. Look at this. I think he had a little issue, but you know what? That's a precious metal, by the way. So anyway, this is up for grabs. This is this week's giveaway. Let me know. All right. So the first one that wants this, all I need is a name. We'll find out your address. We'll go ahead and we'll send that to you. So anyway, the turtle's up for grabs. A nice Mother's Day gift. Yes, I just saw that as well. It'll show you how much you love your mother. Yes. So anyway, with that being said, I hope everybody is safe out there and sound. Like I said, it's raining like hell there in Southern California. You're going to see on the video where this was shot, 3 days ago, is a different story. I also want to mention, and this is not from our legal department, which they're always watching me. Hi, legal. Hi, HR. As you guys know, I make this BS up on the fly. Right. And it's primarily, labeling and everything. And the vernacular is based upon just whatever comes to mind. So I did mention a word in there that I claimed was mine, but it's not mine. And, so I'll admit when I'm wrong. I hope my wife doesn't watch these things. But anyway, I will admit when I'm wrong. And but anyway, with that being said, Kate, if you would, go ahead and roll this video all about the caustic stuff. And then I'm going to show you the results in a few minutes. And yes, more Q&A. Keep them coming, by the way. Keep them coming. So anyway, what you see here is some of the stuff that I put on. I'll go through all the different chemicals and caustics in this particular video. And then stay tuned. Stay tuned, because I'm going to show you the results. Live results, right? So Kate, when you get the opportunity, let's go ahead and roll that video. Hey everybody, Big Todd. Welcome to a greasy, grimy episode. So you've seen previous episodes where I put flame to these things. I run them through a car wash. We boiled them. We have froze some labels, brought them back to life. So now we're going to be dealing with some outside environmental stuff that sometimes these labels, they're put to the test, and it could be outside plants. It could be, we do a lot of work in the oil fields, all right? It could be a mine situation. So you got dust, you got grime, you got oil, you got grease. You could be in a casino somewhere. And what are they always doing in a casino? Well, they're coming up behind you and they're cleaning. And so even more so now during, these modern times, there's a lot more disinfectant going on out there. So I'm going to put these labels through a series of tests with a bunch of different products, both household and industrial, and we're going to see how they hold up. And so with that being said, you can see my board here, and my products sitting in front of you. We've got oven cleaner, we've got antibacterial disinfectant, we've got goofy schmoofy, we've got some oven cleaner, we've got some 2-cycle oil, some grease, some WD-40. But you know what? We're going to start with this, all right? And actually, I just picked this up for my weed trimmer, and it's a mixture. It's a 40 to 1 mixture of fuel, gasoline, if you will, and oil. So let's go ahead and let's start with this guy right here. All right, see how it does. Let me open this up. Oh, by the way, see this right here? All right, I'm going to put a little bit on this. This is just your regular old hardware store paper label, and we're going to see how that holds up. But let's go ahead and let's do this a little bit. All right, let's put some on here. Let's put some on here. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. What the heck? All right. Hey, you know what? You can't immerse that label any more than it is right now. So as you can see, the wood is soaking it up. And so we'll see that label. We'll see how the label holds up there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this thing actually sit outside for a few days in the hot sun. And we're going to see how these do. But if you take a look, that's already spreading good, nice and easy on the camera. All right. So now we got that soaking in the gasoline. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little of this right here. We're going to take this. We're going to put it on this here, and we'll see how that works out. Oop, I don't want to spray myself. All All right, let's let that soak for a little while. All right. So that's an everyday chemical. Well, a lot of us use, obviously, and we're going to see how that holds up. Now, this is known for loosening up bolts. It's known for stripping off rust off of bolts. So a little bit caustic, but we'll see how that does on the label. All right. Next is the grease. All right, and so as you can see, I've got some grease compound here, and we're gonna glob that thing up, and we'll see how the grease reacts to it. So let's go ahead and little dab will do you. All right, let's throw some grease. You know, that's not enough grease. Let's throw some grease on there. All right, and we're just gonna leave that there. All right, what the heck? We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna see how that thing does. So far we got some gas and oil mix. We got some WD-39. We got some grease going. This one right here is going to be interesting to me because I've never used this, but essentially what this is it's a gunk and adhesive remover. So we're all about it being adhesive and our adhesivity, if you will, our adhesivity. So that one's mine too, adhesivity, all right? But we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw some on here, and we're going to see how this does. Ooh, put a little goofy on there. All right, let's let that soak for a while. So again, we're going to let that soak for a couple of days. We're going to come back to it. Let me go ahead and I'm going to grab a clean towel here. By the way, how's the weather where you guys are? Hey, take a look out there. Look at this weather. Isn't that amazing? And by the way, you're coming, I'm coming at you. Well, this is going to be recorded. But this is the new home of the bike there until I get the garage built. So anyway, this doesn't work too bad, but I just wanted you to see what we're paying for in Southern California here. Okay, so back to the test. We're going to do a little 2-cycle oil right here. Very common. I don't think this is going to have too much of an impact on it, but you know what? You never know. There's a lot of oily environments out there. In fact, you know what? Let's just do this. All right. Let's do that a little bit. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Let's just let that thing soak in. Who needs a rag for this stuff anyway? All right. There's a little 2-cycle oil. All right. So as you can see, we got a mess going. Ooh, look at this mess. Actually, that one got the best of both worlds. So, all right, on to the next one. Let's go ahead and, let's do some of this. All right, let's do some easy stuff. You know what that brand is. But anyway, let's use some easy stuff on here. And this is my favorite. This is actually a barbecue smoker and for grill gates. Grill grates. Bill Gates. Anyway, so we're going to use some of this crap on here, and we're going to see how it does. So it's a little more potent than the other stuff. All right. So let's go ahead right here. A little oven cleaner. Ooh, that's nice. Let's go ahead and let's spray it a little bit more. All right, so I don't know. That's pretty tough stuff. All right, so we're going to see how that does on there. All right, last one, disinfectant. This is the one where I think a lot of these labels come in contact with disinfectant, whether or not you're in a hospital. They've got to disinfect everything. You could be at a casino. They've got to disinfect everything. They're disinfecting everything at the grocery store, at the banks, anywhere you go. So if something is labeled and identified, right, you want that label to last a long time. Wipe after wipe after wipe. We're gonna check this out here. Let me get, you know what? Forget the paper towels. Let's just do a little spraying. So here we got some spickins, whatever it is, right? And antibacterial, disinfectant, yada yada. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this a dusting here, if you will, of a little disinfectant. All right, easy peasy. So now the proof is in the pudding, and I've got to be able to back up my BS. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this soak for a couple of days. Anyway, you know what I forgot? I forgot one more right here, bath cleaner. And I didn't get just your regular bath cleaner, if you will. Ooh, I got the foaming stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and let's see what the old bath cleaner does. All right, so nothing so far out of any of this. All right, we got the gas oil mix. We got the WD-39 mixed with a little grease, obviously. All right, we've got a freaking mess going right there. All right, we got the goofy stuff, the adhesive remover going on right here. We got some 2-cycle oil soaking into the wood there. We've got some foaming bath cleaner. All right. We got the oven cleaner, and we've got just your everyday disinfectant. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to let this sit a couple of days. We'll get back to you this coming Thursday, obviously, and I'll bring this with me, if the smell's not too bad, into the studio, and we'll see how it turned out. So with that being said, I appreciate you viewing the show today, as always, and let's go back in the studio. All right, I'm back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? So here she is, and this is the big reveal, if you will. And so I let this thing sit outside for a while, and then it was in a controlled environment. And I got to tell you, man, I got high as a kite. No joke. You mix all this stuff together. Good stuff. But here we go. And it's tough for you to see on this camera angle, but you can see the grease is still applied. The 2-cycle oil is still here. So I'm just going to go. Let's start up. Let's see. What's the best camera angle here? Hey, here's the oven cleaner. All right. So let's wipe that a little bit. Nothing. Still there. Okay, let's go down to the disinfectant. I didn't think that would do anything whatsoever, but again, nothing. Okay, let's move a little closer over to the bath cleaner. All right, and I thought this would actually do some damage. Nothing. Okay, let's go ahead up to the 2-cycle oil up here. Let's give it a little wipey wipe. All right. Nothing. Que nada. I'm going to save this mess for last right here. All right. The goofy stuff, the adhesive remover, again, same thing. This is the first time I've actually wiped these things. If something happens, BS happens. All right. It is what it is. But let's go down to the goofy stuff. Let's wipe that off. Que nada. Nada. All right. Over to the WD. Nothing there. Okay. Let's go up to the gas and oil mix up here. All right. This one again, we've all seen what gas can do. We're talking gasoline, folks. We're not talking, the other gas. But anyway, let's give that a wipe. All right. Nothing so far. I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed thus far. I'm pretty sure the grease didn't do much of anything. It's just a horrible mess is what it is. So I'm going to try and be careful not to. Let's just get rid of this. All right, like so. Man, I got to tell you, again, these tests have never been done. And it was a controlled environment. You saw I was wearing my big goofy gloves. But again, I'm really impressed with this so far. So with that being said, I'm going to throw this over here. I'm going to turn my favorite subject camera back on over here. Wow, right? You have to be impressed. Oh, you know what? Here, I look better with lighting. So anyway, you know what? Again, we deal a lot, like I said in my video, we deal a lot with harsh environments, all right? Outside plant, oil fields, hospitals, casinos, banks, you name it, pedestals, all right? You need a tough label. Oh, you know that one label? let's see, where's that one label? Let's put it this way, it didn't fare so well. All right, I don't know if y'all can see that, but that one label that I put the goofy stuff on here, all right, it didn't fare so well. So again, that's one of the things you have to consider in the environment that you're putting these labels into. Is this label going to stand up? And if it doesn't stand up correctly, chances are, whether you're the end user in the facility or the contractor, it's going to cost more money to go back and relabel these things due to the environments. So with that being said, I mean, all of the tape that we have, right, is going to be laminated. And you've seen that it is pretty much impervious to everything I put it up to. Chemicals and oils and gases and you name it. So again, being laminated, you're going to have that protective layer going across. We've talked about heat in the past and our heat resistancy and our UV resistancy. And I think that I pretty much put all of these things, the labels, if you will, to the ultimate tests. Although next week, we're going to be doing some UV testing. And those that have walked into, let's say, a data center or even a closet, and the lights are on all the time, what happens? The labels fade. They're not UV resistant. And a lot of our competition, they're not laminated. So you leave on those lights, right? And what happens is the label starts to fade over time, which means that at some point, it's going to cost money, not only for the materials to go back in and label it, or to relabel it, but you got labor involved too. So do it right the first time. All right, do it right the very first time, and you won't have a problem with it. So that's really our test for today. All right, the ultimate test. You can always catch these episodes at brothermobilesolutions.com. You can catch them on Facebook. We're streaming these live on Facebook. So if you go to Brother Mobile Solutions on Facebook, you're able to see these videos in the near future. What else? Keep sending those questions in. Love them, love them, love them. Next week, we're going to do some, well, you know what, Kate, if you would put on what we have for upcoming episodes. Hello? 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 I'm here. Hello? Let's try that again. All right. There we go. March, let's see, where are we here? The March 25th. UV resistance, all right? And that's going to be a lot of outdoor stuff. And then I'm going to have some lights on these things. And not the most exciting thing, but again, for those who do work inside lighted environments or outside, it should be a really good episode. April 8th, the 1-year anniversary. I cannot believe it's been a year. And, you know, the older you get, time flies. And you young whippersnappers out there, you're laughing right now, but I'm telling you, time flies. Look at me. I'm only 32 years old. All right, that's what this industry does to you. But we're going to have a special episode on April 8th, and we'll be working on something really, really nice for you. So stay tuned. April 22nd, the importance of spec position. All right, and one of the things about spec position is, you know what, the person writing these specs, all right, they're going to take all the stuff that I've been doing, all right, whether it be heat resistant, cold resistant, chemical resistant, and they're going to be putting that into the build spec. So which means that if I'm building, a campus somewhere, it's laid out in there what to use, what label to use for that environment, for the application. So spec position is very important. So stay tuned for that. I do have some special guests coming up to be named later on. You know, Chuck, you can't avoid me. Ian, you can't avoid me. We're going to have some other special guests on as we go on down the road. If you have any topics, any particular topics, may have gone off air. Maybe did I go off air? think I'm back. Right? I think, oh, I'm back. I'm back. Kate says I'm back. All right. So anyway, we got special guests on. Ian, you can't run, you can't hide. Check, you can't run, you can't hide. We got some very special guests coming up. I'm afraid my internet connection, and I paid for gigaspeed. Giga is what it is, right? I'm pretty disappointed. So somebody's getting a phone call after this show, and it's not going to be very nice. But anyway, here's how to contact us. All right. As you've heard before, and you all know, I'm in not so sunny Southern California. We got Mr. Jamie Brookover out in, hey, wait a minute, Virginia Beach. Didn't I read a question from Virginia Beach earlier? Anyway, you got Jamie out in Virginia Beach. You got Mr. Dan Cobb out in Wisconsin. Didn't I have one from Wisconsin earlier too? Anyway, you got Mr. Bruce Page, who's in Costa Rica right now. I know, right? You got Mr. Rob Dawkins in North Carolina, and then hailing out of Bradenton, Florida, is Mr. Craig Robinson, our glorious leader out there. So with that being said, look, it's 10:27. Again, questions, comments, please send them our way. Get into the giveaway program. I've got plenty of giveaways. If you want an autograph, I'll even autograph the turtle for you. Right? It's priceless. It's going to be worth a fortune. So let me know. And that's it, I think, for this week. The half hour is already up. The proof was in the pudding. All right. Everything held up. I am very pleasantly pleased at the outcome of everything we did on these labels today. Please tell some friends. I don't even know if this damn thing has a like button, like here and whatever. But tell your friends about this stuff. It's pretty informative. And you can watch me sling some BS. So get the word out there about the show. And again, any suggestions, whatever. By the way, you know what? I'm going to send something out for the person who tells me how many times I said soak in that video. All right. So go back and take a look at this thing and get back to me. You all got my contact information, but I'm going to send you something special for anybody who says or gives me the right answer of how many times I said soak in that video. Hey, have a great week. I appreciate you showing up, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.